breaking news coming off Capitol Hill this hour. CNN sitting down exclusively with Senator John Fetterman. He is pushing back on recent questions that have been raised about his fitness to serve in office now and into the future. CNN chief congressional correspondent Manu Raju joins us now, and he sat down with the senator just a few moments ago. Manu, tell us what you heard from Senator Fetterman.
Hey, he's pushing back at these allegations that were detailed on the record by his former chief of staff, Adam Gentleson, who had raised concerns that John Fetterman, who was public about his battles with depression.
What's going on, America? Welcome back to the channel, where truth isn't just spoken, it's defended. Now, let's talk about what's going on over on Capitol Hill with Senator John Fetterman. Yep, he's back in the spotlight to push back against some very serious and very real concerns about whether he's actually fit to serve the American people in the U.S. Senate. Before we jump in, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on that notification bell.
It's just a disgruntled group of people, and there's only one there, so that's the same thing. There's no new news involved for this.
The individual is your former chief of staff who has said that he's concerned about your well-being, which is why he went public. What do you say to someone like him who's concerned about? He says he's concerned about your personal well-being.
It's like now he's had a weird grudge, and he has threatened to do this for quite a while. And if you're really concerned about someone, you could say, hey, let's sit down, can we talk? Going to the media, and that's why somebody that has an agenda, it's like a hit piece.
So you've been public about your struggles with depression, and you had a prescription regimen of drugs to take in the aftermath of your time. Have you been keeping up with that, taking your medication?
I want to. My doctors are like, John is great, and I am on all of the plan that it's always been, and it's incredibly invasive. And why are people talking about anyone's personal medical things? It's that, I think most people would agree that's really, really invasive.
Can you explain what happened with those driving incidents? There was a reckless driving incident last year, and there was something in the concern in that article about you driving, getting behind the wheel.
No, it's like there's no news. There's no news on those things. It was an accident.
You fully plan to serve your full term here in the Senate?
Come on, of course. That's obviously. Everybody understands I was treated for depression.
Now listen, I'm going to say what the mainstream media won't tell you. This isn't about feelings or compassion. This is about competence, accountability, and serving your country with honor. I'm not going to attack the man for struggling with depression. Millions of Americans deal with mental health challenges. That's not the issue. The issue is, can you do the job? Can you represent the people of Pennsylvania when you're missing votes, dodging press, and now claiming that criticism is just a grudge? Let's not forget, his own chief of staff, a guy who works side by side with him, said he's concerned for Fetterman's well-being and ability to serve. That's not some MAGA hit job. That's someone from his own team waving a red flag. But what does the left do? They turn it into some emotional sob story. Don't be invasive. Don't ask questions. Let's just be proud he's speaking out. Give me a break. Could you imagine if this were a Republican senator? If a Trump-supporting conservative had these same issues? The media would be screaming for a resignation. There would be front-page headlines saying he's a threat to democracy or mentally unfit. But because Fetterman's a Democrat, suddenly it's bravery to avoid accountability? And here's the part that really got me. Fetterman says, if you're concerned about someone, you should sit down and talk. Okay, sure, but where's that same energy when conservatives bring concerns to the table? Where's that same compassion when someone like President Trump is ripped apart for being unfit just because he tweets too much? Let's call it like it is. This is not about healing or mental health. It's about protecting power. The left will defend anything to keep their grip on the Senate, even if it means ignoring obvious warning signs within their own ranks. Now I'll give credit where it's due. Fetterman did say something that made sense. He talked about unity, about sitting at the same table. Even if we believe different things, that's great in theory, but talk is cheap. If you want unity, stop vilifying half the country for voting Republican. Stop calling parents domestic terrorists because they want to protect their kids in schools. Stop supporting a government that wants to censor speech, weaponize agencies, and silence the American people. You want unity? Start by defending the Constitution. Now, let's talk about the media real quick. CNN basically handed him a soft pillow and a cup of hot cocoa in that interview. No tough question, no real pushback. Just a cozy little fireside chat with Manu Raju, so they could paint Fetterman as some kind of victim. Meanwhile, the real victims are the people of Pennsylvania, who deserve strong, present leadership, not someone battling serious personal issues while in one of the most demanding roles in government. Here's the bottom line, folks. This isn't about left or right. This is about the truth. America needs leaders who are mentally sharp, physically present, and ready to fight for our values. And if John Fetterman can't fulfill that role, then the honorable thing to do is step aside and let someone else step up. Period. We don't need more media sympathy. We need accountability. We need transparency, and above all, we need strong, conservative voices in Washington who defend liberty, faith, family, and the American way of life. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe Senator Fetterman is fit to serve? Do you think the media is protecting him because of politics? Sound off down below. I read every comment. And once again, thank you to all of you who support this channel. Like, share, subscribe, and turn on that bell. We are not backing down. We are just getting started. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.